Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up and subbing up, man. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week. So please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop that upload, man. And this is for entertainment purposes only. And man, the collective, bro, I love y'all, man. I be reading the comments, trying to respond as much as I can. Man, I love the collective, bro. I've always been someone who kind of kept to itself. So now that I'm able to like drop these videos, interact with y'all, man, have something to be a part of, in a positive way finally, bro, I love it. So yeah, I just want to say thank y'all. I appreciate it. We're gonna get right into this video, man. Let's go.
Change it to different size tanks as it grows. Like Britney Spears put the cloning tanks in her video, the Break the Ice video. I made that song for her called Break the Ice. And then she was happy to put the cloning tubes in the video because she was all for it when she didn't have any money. But once she gets famous and rich and stuff, oh, I don't want to go to the cloning center anymore. And then they're like, oh, well, too bad, we own you. And she's like, well, I don't want to go on TV or anything anymore. And then they're threatening to kill her. They killed Whitney Houston for that.
I was just going to say that was my next question. You said that they actually killed Whitney Houston, yeah?
Yeah, and Bobby Brown knows about it. He was sitting there in the crowd crying, watching.
What about Bernie Mac? You said something about Bernie Mac?
Yeah, he was awesome. He tried to basically save me. Spoke up for me there. He said, we can't be doing this as human beings. I've seen enough of this. This is foolishness, right? And everybody, like, well, other people started to join in with them. So Elizabeth put a stop to that real quick. They cut him up for hours. Like, the constant pain on a clone, it's only really efficient if you use electricity, but they could just chop you and chop you and chop you for hours, clone by clone by clone. And they made everybody sit there and watch him getting chopped all up. As an example, right? And towards the end, he was cursing me pretty bad. He did, he knew he was going to die because he's seen it out in other people before. But, and they don't usually do the chop up thing over and over and over to do this to people. They usually do the electricity. Just put a constant electrical charge on the phone and they'll die. That's what they did to Tequila to give her aneurysm. But they stopped. They could have killed her. You stopped the electricity on. But they stopped. Like she was looking for more money.
Okay,
but I can tell you that we are not targeting anyone else in Gaza but civilians. Hamas is cynically, but rather.
What do you mean by that?
People are trying to suggest that there is some sort of moral equivalence. There is no moral equivalence. We are not the victims. Sorry, we are the victims.
What an odd thing to say.
I can't believe they just said that. Like they not on national television. But hey, I told y'all in a previous video what I heard they did to Bernie Mac. Man, I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was, but I knew it was something bad and they kept doing it in front of hella people. Now we get to see. We got to hear. Not just him, it was multiple other people. Not as bad as him, but it was multiple other people who had, that happened to them. That's because he was if I'm not mistaken, he was speaking on clones. If he was speaking on clones, go look it up, bro. It's a whole, dive deeper down that rabbit hole. I know that day when I watched that one, it was on something weird. Like I was just chilling and I seen it pop up. So I was like, let me watch it. And then I watched it and I can't not get it out of my mind now. I always think about that. Like, yeah, because he kept trying to speak on clones. And I guess like Kings of Comedy, if y'all remember them, they kept like, I guess trying to like get him to chill out and hush out on it. But Steve Harvey, it was like deeper on, it was getting on Steve Harvey in that video. Y'all check it out, man. Check it out.
The true goal in spirituality is to elevate your consciousness and accumulate enough energy to transcend the cycles of reincarnation. See, what happens is when most people die, their consciousness is still resonating on a 3D level. So when they transition from their physical body to their light body, they don't know how to navigate through the astral realms. So they naturally seek out the material realm again out of familiarity. When you separate from your physical body, you still have a consciousness. So the inner part of you that's aware will still exist after you leave the body. When you leave the body, you first exist in a lower astral realm that looks just like this world, just less colorful. Most people don't actually know that they died because it feels like being in a dream. So they'll unconsciously follow the light, which leads you back to be reincarnated. The reason you spend all these hours meditating, studying, and engaging in these spiritual practices is to gain enough light so you can become fully conscious at the time of death, and you can navigate freely in the spiritual world to create your own reality. See, if you don't have enough light or energy, you get pulled back into the reincarnation light matrix based on magnetism. So this is why they say you must transcend your desires and attachments, because these things can magnetize you back to the physical realm.
Whew, dropping gems, bro. Some of y'all gonna disagree.
Get these gems.
Like the energy in here is just not right. So I want you to focus on one key thing. This is the ground plans of the Louisiana Purchase Explosion, St. Louis, Missouri, 1904. Keyword 1904. Now first look at that. You see how the south is up north and the north is down south, and the west is east and the east is west. So you see how they flipped already? They didn't flip the compass. So now everybody's direction is off whenever they're looking for something particularly, or whenever they're trying to see where something is or what something is. So key word that I want people to see, because north ain't south and south ain't north and east ain't west and west ain't east. Little do people know, so they kind of got your brains a little going. Now, I want you to notice there were a lot of things that were over here. Ground plans, it says 1904, right? So Morocco wasn't even founded until 1952. So what is this? You sure this ain't the ancient Jerusalem and ancient Morocco right over here next to Illinois? California was right over here, Temple Inn, you see Japan, right? You see a bunch of little places. Hold on, you see Great Britain. Yes, this is on this land. You see Sweden, you see Cuba, you see China, you see Belgium, yep, Austria. All of these places were over here. All of these places, Italy, all of these places were over here, right on this land specifically, right? And this little thing that you see right here, you see how they got it, a sky view? This is a sky view. This is this that I was just showing you. This is what this looked like. From an east to west view, this is what that looked like, baby. When they got over here, that's what they saw, baby. They know what they saw, baby. Greatness. Come on, Moore, stand up. They know what they saw, baby. Greatness. You think we ain't had this whole land on lock? Come on, man. Come on, man. Slaves ain't built no White House. We did. We built all this. Moors did, baby. Ancient Morocco. Now, I'm going to go back to this, because remember, if the new Morocco was founded in 1952, then there must have been the people that purchased this land and took the Jerusalem from over here and threw it over there. They took Morocco from over here and threw it over there, because we can find letters from George Washington writing to the Sultan of Morocco. So if the Morocco that's established over there in 1952, if that was just established, then this must have been the Morocco he was writing to. That's why they got Cahokia, Illinois, and you also got a Cahokia in what? Exactly, or Cairo, shall I say. You got a Cairo, Illinois, and they say the Cahokia mounds. We got a lot of mounds over here. We were mound builders. They didn't want to call us pyramid builders. They called us mound builders. Let's keep that in mind. You see, we got Tennessee over here, Idaho, fraternity. You see what I'm saying? Look at that. Virginia, Georgia. Come on, man. Like it never stops. You see, Missouri was way up here. So we in Missouri. I'm in Missouri right now, but how Missouri way up here? How is this a map of the land that I'm on right now? But Missouri is just a little teeny place next to Louisiana and Wisconsin and Ohio, New York. Why is New York all the way over here? How is New York all the way over here? Ohio, New York, Massachusetts, Minnesota. So clearly we had these places. North Jerusalem. For those who claim they're Israelites but don't even know where Israel is, this is Jerusalem, the holy city, buddy. Sorry, you got Iowa, you got Mississippi, and mind you, if you're wondering why it looks so confusing, you should be. They flipped your whole world upside down. So you see south is north, north is south, East is west, west is east. So you have to learn a whole new form of directions. And remember, that right there, if you're wondering where that compass comes from, I'll show you. The compass that you see, if you know nothing about the quote-unquote Mayan calendar, they do. It's right there, see? Make windows out of it, make all kinds of signs out of it. Let's keep that in mind. So that's where your compass comes from. This is how we know how to navigate, right? Seeing that quote-unquote what they call Mayan calendar, what we call it the moral compass and mental magic. Of course, because we do not go by anybody else's names. Yeah, they said that we'd never rise again. So hey, I just wanted to show y'all one more time so you can see just how deep this was and how good this particular land itself is. Instead of going everywhere else and looking everywhere else, remember the west is east, the east is west. The north is south, the south is north, so they just kind of had it all flipped up. They kept the symbol the same, but they put the N up here, S down here. W over here, east over there. So now you think this is the west, and we think that's the east. But really, everything just kind of been, what, flipped. Right, so like I said, this is in 1904, just so you can see the date, see we're not joking, that's in 1904. Now, if the new Morocco was established in 1925, March 2nd, I think, no, 1952. March 2nd, then who is that? Who is that little? You see they got the little pyramids within that. Who is that specifically? See Jerusalem. Who is that? You see a lot of these different, they said Mexican restaurant. Who was that? Who and exactly what was that? You see India. You see Guatemala. You see Puerto Rico. Long before it was divided and separated into corporations and just made corporate states. And corporate nations more so, going back to the actual natural nations. You see Cuba, once again, up in there. You see Italy. So when you see them talking about us basically running up in this or running up in that and doing this, no, we're basically right over here, buddy. See Annex, see the Philippine, right over here. All this is over here. The Philippine exhibition. You're seeing the top sky view, right? With the information right on the inside of it. Just letting y'all get a little. And you see Arrowhead Lake, right? Arrowhead Lake. You know we got Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Keep that in mind. I don't know if they got any.
Some of y'all gonna say he was reaching. Man, this is for entertainment purposes only. If that was in a museum, come on, man. He ain't reaching too far. Now, that ain't like he just went and picked this stuff up out of his life and was like, you know, I'm gonna just show this and grab this phone and he at his house or something. No, he went to a museum where them people put it there. Why wouldn't they put it in our face if they doing it? Like, they trying to get away with it. So they gonna show you like, yo, this is what we doing. If you too distracted with this over there, I'm sorry, but it's still going down, buddy. And he just trying to drop the gem and let people, some people can think outside that box. Some people still gonna hold on to their belief. That's fine. But he gonna make me dive deeper down that rabbit hole because I was already on the sun with Memphis. I'm gonna look deeper down, you know, Missouri. My grandmother, she was born in St. Louis. So, yeah, and I got family in St. Louis. So I'm gonna dive deeper down that rabbit hole. And some people be like, in the comments, like, man, you got a lot to learn, bro. What's wrong with that? Ask yourself that question. What's wrong with still having a lot to learn? It's some people who ain't even learning. And when I learn these gems, I'm gonna drop them to somebody else who need it so they could run that relay race for us. So, like, where you getting at right now? Where you getting at, bro?
We're living on the CD. It's a non-moving flat disc with an exit hole in the middle, where all compasses point north, the magnetic north, which is actually the south. All magnets point south because it's pointing inward to the center of the flat Earth plane. But it's called the North Pole. And there's a dome above, and the sun and moon are inside the dome, spiraling around, creating the seasons, spiraling inwards and outwards. Now on the CD, it looks like a circuit board. We've got roads that look like circuits, and all the cars and people traveling on the roads and sidewalks look like the energy
a circuit board. Because we are on a circuit board. We are a computer simulation. Now, in the center of the CD is the aurora borealis. It comes spiraling out of the center hole, the womb of the earth, the womb of the mother goddess. So the sun spirals round and round, creating the seasons, and it injects its menstrual blood into the holy hole, the womb of the earth, and it hits the black hole sun on the bottom of the disc. Now, the bottom of the disc, it's like a division symbol. Up above is the sun above, and below is the sun, the black hole sun below. That's the land of twilight. It's always twilight down there. It's the land of everlasting life, and it's our real world. This is the dream world. Now, when the sun injects its light into the hole, the womb of the earth, it hits the black hole sun, and spiraling out comes the aurora borealis. The aurora borealis spreads across the whole earth and comes trickling down and creates our computer simulation. We are a computer simulation. This is the dream world, just like in the Matrix movies. It's the trickling down of the aurora borealis is what we're experiencing right now. Is our consciousness. This is our dream body created by the aurora borealis. And everything projected up there, the stars, and that is all projected by the aurora borealis. Now, we have to get to the center of the flat earth plane before we're dead. Or we're just going to be recycled by the moon. Now, the moon, the light of the moon is actually the light. It's lit up by the souls, all the dead souls that have died in that month. The light of the moon is your souls. It's not reflected light off the sun. It creates its own light. It's the fisherman of souls. It's the Pac-Man moon eating up all the souls that have died in that month and lighting up the moon. So somehow it traps the souls and then it reinserts the souls back into this matrix, into new bodies, and you're recycled over and over again. Your memories are erased and you're reinserted back into a new body to experience this matrix again, over and over again. And you don't know what hit you, because your memories are erased, and you grow up an infant, so you don't know anything. You're just a newborn. So you have to learn everything over again. To avoid that, we have to get to the center of the flat earth plane, where compasses point to. The red needle on your compass is pointing to the Holy Grail right now. And that's where we got to get to drink from the eternal waters. The needle is pointing to the fountain of youth. We drink from there, we become superhuman. We wake from our real bodies. And you're not going anywhere unless you prove your intent by writing on a piece of paper, I intend to bring forth heaven on earth, because you won't be crossing the frost bridge to get to the Garden of Eden, because you won't make it across the frost bridge somehow. It's being guarded. Either you're going to fall off to your death, or they just won't let you in. Who exactly? We don't know. We won't know till we get there. So you have to prove your intent by spilling your blood on a piece of paper after you've written out and you've filmed yourself writing out, I intend to bring forth heaven on earth.
recently, right?
I ride motorcycles.
Isn't it funny that anytime I fight someone, Monster signs them immediately and becomes a fan of them? You know why? Because I didn't sell out. I didn't sell my soul. What'd you have to do to that pig-headed fuck? Huh? What'd you have to do to sell your soul to get that deal?
If you don't know who that is, man, go do your research. That man's a legend. That man's a legend. Now, how y'all feel about the moon being a soul trap? How y'all feel about that? Me, personally, I don't know. I'm kind of diving deeper down the reincarnation loophole, so I'm hearing a lot of different things right now. I'm still narrowing down what I truly believe. Yeah, I think it's real. Do I think it's the moon's a soul trap, though? I'm not quite sure about that one. I'm not quite sure. Am I right about that? No, I could be wrong. The moon could be the soul trap, but yeah, I'm not really. I'm still learning about that one. I'm still diving a little bit deeper. But y'all know how I feel about reincarnation, man. I ain't gonna cuss. I'm working on my cussing, man. But yeah, nah, we not messing with that.
That does sound hollow. So he just knocked on the door and he said it sounded hollow.
Yeah, you can tap on it and feel the vibration.
Right. You can tap on it and feel the vibration, guys. He's literally right by the eyeball. Oh no. Lord, protect him. It's just so like mossy and slippery, like for him to try to get shoes off. He took his shoes off.
Yeah, so he just better grip.
Oh my gosh, he's probably free. His shoes just fell, girl. No. Oh, I thought it was his shoes.
Took his shoes off.
Oh, okay, man.
Oh, maybe he might have his shoes on. What? Door, I guess. I guess, yeah.
So someone put out a TikTok that they saw the door open, and so ever since then, everyone's been coming out here trying to see if it's real or not. If there's a door up there. So supposedly the hinges are on the right, and the door opened, and it was cracked on the left. It got like 6 million views.
What? Babe! Sam's yelling at you! He don't even have TikTok!
I got you guys! I'm gonna tag you!
I'm not sure what... I have no idea. What's going on?
I've seen it open. It's gonna be in there.
Jeez, all that stuff falling off.
There.
He's almost to the bottom. Wow, that actually didn't even take him that long to get down to the bottom of the door.
I'm sure he does. Not to brag it. Not really sometimes. Yeah.
Giant, yeah, right there. So, okay, he's at the bottom of the door. He made it. Does it feel like the guy that went to the moon for the first time?
You're right.
He's at the bottom of the door!
He's at the bottom!
He's gonna head down this way into the front to get a different view.
It's going to be dark here in probably about an hour. Just giving you guys a heads up.
It's gonna be like dark in like an hour and a half.
Probably an hour.
Yeah, we're in
Okay, yeah, I can start at like 4:30.
Did you see the end of it?
It's a huge crack. Sounds like it's hollow. Okay, he's like down at the very bottom now. Dude, that is a huge door, dude. Look at how big that is compared to us as humans.
He's like 6 foot tall, so not
Wow.
tall.
He's just like roaming around now. Yeah, I bet he's freezing. He doesn't have shoes on and he has no coat or anything. I bet he's cold.
Probably going.
Yeah. No big footprints.
I don't know if no giants be going through the door. But we know who going through there. And yeah, that do look like it's like a doorway. That look obvious. It just look like out of just different compared to the rest of the mountain, or how a typical mountain would look. That's what I would say. He crazy for being up there though. Like he ain't getting in. He ain't getting. If he get in, he ain't getting. They ain't gonna let him back out. They ain't gonna let him back out. But it looked kind of weird. I thought I saw some bolts or something when he showed that, but it could have been rocks. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, they may be reaching too far for me on that one.
I said, what? This science and this evidence is being kept secret for religious reasons? It's likely that on Earth, prior to the modern era, there have been civilizations far advanced beyond where we are, that for which we have very little record. And when that record is found, I think it's kind of swept under the carpet. Years ago, when they did the Mars images, and they found that there were these obelisks and strange-looking objects on Mars, I went out to the Goddard Space Flight Center here outside D.C. to meet with Mark Carlotta and some other scientists there, and they said, yeah, it's been pixelated out for the public, but there are structures there. And they're very ancient, but we're talking millions of years old, millions. Here's the issue. You're right, those exist, but we can't disclose that. I said, why? It's not an operational ET device. It's not, it's old. He says, yes, but you don't understand how powerful that this information is. I said, why? He says, if this was disclosed, it would collapse the fundamentalist orthodox belief systems of every religion on Earth. And you would have to come up with something a little more rational, right? Than the world is 6,000 years old. This is true, by the way. Those of you in urban areas, you need to kind of wake up a bit about the rest of the world.
How does that make some of the viewers feel? Some of the collective. Like a new viewer, if you're here for the first time, or you've been here and you're not subscribed, like how does that make you feel? And if you part of the collective, man, how does that make you feel? Like, let's say for the ones who are more spiritual, this is not about you. For the ones, because he just said, people who pretty much believe in religion, gonna mess up everything that they believed, and you know, it's gonna come crashing down on the ones above, because yeah, the information that would be put out is too much for what he's saying. Is too much for religion, people that believe in religion to the highest form. Like whatever religion you are, he just said that, you know, it's gonna mess with y'all the most. How y'all feel? Like if that was the case, yeah, how would y'all feel? Because he's speaking for y'all. I want y'all to speak for yourself. Like, yeah, I want y'all to tell me, yeah, how would y'all react in the way that he's saying? Is he right? Is he wrong? Like, give me some feedback on as far as, you know, how you would react. Like,
now why would a Space Force website with the name of an alleged time traveler have a hidden Easter egg link to this location in Antarctica? And why does it seem to be predicting another great flood? Check it out. Alright y'all, so we gotta talk about this website, IngersollLockwood.com. It's very interesting, to say the least. It says here, Ingersoll Lockwood Inc. is a nonpartisan group of Americans with distinguished careers serving our great nation. We don't believe in the QAnon conspiracy, nor would we ever. Please tell this to all. Team IL. Help fund Space Force. They help recruit for it, and this whole website is basically dedicated to Space Force and other government entities, but it's not actually federal. As you can see, it says up here that they match funds for the following entities. They also help recruit funds for them. But that's not even close to what's odd about this website. For one thing, check the year. It says 2023 and also 5784. Now, I don't have to tell you, the Ingersoll and Lockwood family are wealthy. So they are a part of possibly the elite group. And their page here gives a lot of coded messages from what I see. So according to that, we're actually truly in the year 5784 for our generation of human. So he's going back before the before Christ reset of our timeline, of our year. But on the website, to the right of this bottom paragraph, it'll be right here, there'll be a small rabbit, a figure of a rabbit, and you can click on it, and it'll bring you to odd things like this. Mickey Mouse watch, Michael Jordan shoe. 11/16/23. It looks like the sands of time. The firmament possibly breaks open. There's aliens, ships in the background. It looks like cigar-shaped craft. And then the rabbit at the end, you're running out of time. That mud flood. Then a couple days later I checked it again, and here's what we have when you click that rabbit. It looks like a flood of some sort. This latest one that I checked today is even more peculiar and almost frightening. A scene from Mary Poppins. Winds in the east, mist coming in. Like something's a brewing, about to begin. Can't put me finger on it, what lies in store. But I feel what's to happen, all happened before. But I feel what's to happen, all happened before. What are they talking about here? The previous pictures with the flood happened before? Are they talking about another great flood, or mud flood, for that matter? Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. This one really freaked me out. This was another letter. After clicking it, it brought me here. Now, I know y'all remember this on Google Earth. This is that weird cavern down in Antarctica. Now, why would Space Force have a link to a cavern in Antarctica? Could that be a Space Force base or something like that? Now, maybe I'm reaching, but what is with all the coded messaging and all the weird little Easter eggs on that page? Go check it out for yourself. It's crazy stuff.
They say history repeats itself to those who don't know it. Entertainment purposes only.
get your ass in here and sit down. Now, I know some of y'all gonna say the clouds are moving. The damn clouds is not moving. The moon is running. Roll the footage.
Alright, the moon is moving in the sky. It's running away from this craft. I don't even know what that is. Look at that, I'm standing still. I'm leaving my camera still. That's the moon moving away. And that thing's chasing it. If I sit still, look at the moon, runs away from my camera. I'll put it on my mirror, watch.
The clouds are not moving.
It's running away. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's running away from this craft. It seems like it's changing directions, like it's not going straight. Somebody tell me what's going on here. I've never seen this before. The moon is literally running away from that thing. Holy freaking cow.
Those clouds are not moving. The moon, however, is hauling ass. It's moving like it's being chased by police. I've been said the moon was some kind of surveillance station. Looks to me like their ass been found out and they trying to get up out of the vicinity. Don't be surprised that it disappeared and we don't see it no more. Now get y'all ass up out of here.
Okay, y'all put me on the Truman Show. But y'all remember in the Truman Show, this is random. I just watched it again. Y'all ever realize in the Truman Show when they looking for him, y'all remember how the moon just turned on like a flashlight? I don't know why that just came into my mind when she talking about the moon. And a lot of y'all was saying the moon went missing. When I saw it, it was freshly like, what is it called when it's like it goes through its full cycle and it's like the first cycle again. Yeah, it came back like, what is it, half crescent, I think, whatever it is. It came back like that. That's when I saw it. But all the times when y'all was dropping in the comments that the moon was gone, I wasn't outside that night. Yeah, I really wasn't moving around at nighttime, so I didn't get a chance to go look. But yeah, I mean, we see it now. It clearly has came back. But like I said, I can't speak for what y'all was seeing because I didn't see it. But I'm gonna go by what y'all say, and y'all say it was missing. I seen videos all over talking about it was missing. So I'm gonna go by what y'all talking about. I'm gonna trust y'all. But yeah, y'all. What if that was like a UFO chasing it, and it's trying to get rid of the moon because it know it's up to no good, and they finally like, man, y'all doing enough. We gotta step in. Enough is enough. Like, what if that was the case? Because that moon is hauling ass like it was the police chasing it. It was. He was out of there like, bro, nah, you're not about to catch me today. He was gone. I never seen the moon move that fast. Not that fast, but yeah, y'all let me know. Somebody gonna say it was a time lapse and it probably was speeding up and it's CGI and all this extra stuff. Y'all could be right too. I'm not gonna dismiss that either.
Are emojis demonic sigils used to witchcraft the world down? Treat yourself. This is the kind of thing I'd love to look into. Something I think is gonna be a stretch. And then the more I look into it, the more it seems like it's not. I get more intrigued. Let's check it out. Exhibit A, 72 emojis, connected to the 72 seals of Solomon. The 72 demon sigils, seals and symbols of the lesser key of Solomon. Also, Unicode, the company in control of deciding what emojis make it in. Apparently it's a very hard process regardless of how many requests they get for other emojis to make it in. Only certain emojis can stay, or make it in. I still thought it was a stretch until I saw this footage right here. We've discussed this kind of technology before. The phone that's in your hand.
Whew.
Where does it come from? I told you about the origin of Steve Jobs, the cave with the guru, the spirit. This was technology meant to be spread around the world. Can your phone read your mind? Can it match the user's energy signature? How long has this Neft tech been around? There's the idea that some of these sigils or emojis can also be combined to pretty much create spells through the use of the pattern that you put them in. It was Confucius who said signs and symbols rule the world, not words or laws. What is a sigil anyway? Rabbit trail for you to go down. But basically sigils are like symbols that are infused with power that can control things. Think about the idea of pictograms. Think about the idea of company logos and why every company has a logo. Symbols precede language and control the world. Are there any symbols controlling you now? What do you do with the knowledge that emojis are demonic sigils anyway? It all just starts with awareness of this world around us. Just following clues one step at a time. Where's it going to take us next? See you next time. Look over conspiracy. Oh, don't get freaked out next time you look at your emojis.
What? Bro, we can't have no fun. Now I can't even send an emoji.
Soon he's going to notice something that is amiss. I think that'll be right about here. And he looks a little disturbed. After seeing this, he quickly walks away, and then acts like nothing ever happened. Look at his face. Yikes. You also see a couple of Elvis's men seeing everything as it happens. One of them steps in front of the camera. The other man goes directly for the eye that was just melting. Here we go again, in real time. See Elvis's guy step in front of the camera right here? Then the other guy goes right for the eye. He saw exactly what happened. It's the only way to explain him going right onto the eye. Now you start to see some other weirdness around Elvis's face. Looks like he's getting holes around his eyes. Now people will tell you, no, those were just dark circles under his eyes. You know, have you ever seen this phenomenon before? And also look at the shape of his face and head. He looks like a turtle, if not a snake right there. Now, that's important because this is the afternoon of the concert, just a few hours before he goes on stage. We're going to see him on stage in a little bit, and he's going to look very, very different. In fact, now is this the same guy we just saw? In this next picture coming up, was supposed to be taken at the same time as the other picture. What is going on here? How does this even make sense? Now, as they're leaving, if you look back in the background, you'll see them working on Elvis.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I seen something under his eye. But when dude stepped in, start getting to his eye, and the other dude stepped in front of the camera. Maybe the dude stepping in front of the camera, but the dude fixing his eye, that just looked like typical, you know, cosmetic work that he was getting done before he go on set. But forget the shapeshifter, bro. Talking about he was this. Let's not forget the fact that he used to steal music from black people. Come on, man. And then he go sit in our clubs and go steal those songs and go take them. Let's not forget that, bro. Forget damn that he's a shapeshifter. He was stealing music. He was stealing from us. Like, nah, bro. We're not gonna dismiss that. Damn the shapeshifter. Bro, you doing way too much. Straight up. And some of y'all gonna have something to say about what I just said, but I don't give a damn. He was stealing music. Damn the shapeshifter. Half of them is already shapeshifters. We know that. But nah, you stealing music though. You stealing. You coming here to act like you listening to these songs and you enjoy these sets that's going on, but you stealing it. Come on, bro. You doing too much.
Can you imagine the amazement of the planet when they have found water underwater? And the density of this water is higher, and even a submarine could not go through it. Could this water be the starting point of a world within a world? And that's why the density is different, because the inner Earth's atmosphere is different. Because scientists have found proof of an ocean underneath the Earth's crust.
One of the most amazing things I have ever seen at the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet in the Gulf of Mexico. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. And we went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. Hey, I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, where's the basin? You can't see the other side of it. Thank you. Well, whatever it is, it's forming a pool, right? So it's denser than seawater. If it was oil, presumably it would be in a pool, it would be floating up. The broth looks like water. We're going to stick our finger in it to see. You do that. And we should see, you might even see little ripples on it, and you might see kind of slayer in water just to mix. So we'll go to a brine pool next week. Yeah, you can see the shimmer around the arm.
News. And this is the destroyer on the horizon, pulsating in the morning skies before the sunrise. This is the destroyer under a filter in the dust cloud that we call the dragon's lair. This is the sun now rising. And in comparison to the light that's flashing above it, it is a pea and a pod. This is it under a blue filter. Again, folks, as we witness this and we put another filter on it, bam, you can see the big red planet behind the sun. And people call that a sun halo, but it is not. It is the planet. Here it is again. That is a planet behind the sun. It has its own light source, unlike the sun. Here it is at night on the horizon. You are witnessing hell burning in the sky. This is your global warming, folks. This is where they blaming this on carbon emissions. No. This is because of sin, and this is the Gentile destroyer on the horizon, ready to turn this planet to spread. Look at the moon and look at the rays from this planet. In comparison to the rays on this planet, the moon looks like an ink drop. Here go the moon again. Look at the sun rays from the destroyer, and look at the moon out there, looking like nothing in comparison. This thing is tremendous, folks. And it is right there on the horizon, ready to make this place garbage. Here it is, right here. I'm going to show you it passing, and they call this an eclipse. Look at the shadow passing. It knocked out the sun. And as it passed, the sun came back on. We're going to play that again without the red circle. So here it is again. Watch the shadow at the bottom of the sea line move up, which is the destroyer. And as it passes the sun, look how big this planet is, the sun lights back up. You've been lied to about eclipses and everything else. You've been lied to about everything in your whole entire life. Here's the planet again flashing in the daylight skies, folks. And under a filter, you see the sun out there. And here it is again. The sun is rising, folks, from under the dragon's lair cloud. And above that is the destroyer. And then we see it under a blue filter. When this planet arrives, nothing can survive. It will suck the oxygen out of the air and cause earthquakes and shake everybody hidden underground.
Okay. He could kill it with all the dramatic antics, bro. I feel like he was just trying to pump some type of fear. In my opinion. Y'all drop in the comments if y'all disagree. Or if y'all agree. I feel like he was just trying to put some type of fear in the atmosphere. You know, pump fear. Man, chill out with all that, bro. As far as the lakes or the oceans, under the ocean, we knew that was the case. Inner Earth, come on, man. I think we reacted to a video and the dude was talking about how he went in Inner Earth. And yeah, it was a whole world under there. And he spoke to other people, and them other people said that there was, that they were from the surface. They were from the surface world. And some of them said they weren't from the surface world, but they have been there before, but they came back to the Inner Earth. So yeah, come on, like, I know we reacted to this one of those videos already when it was talking about Inner Earth, so I wouldn't be shocked about an ocean under an ocean. And we already heard videos about that too. But yeah, I definitely believe in that. Yes, I believe the Earth is flat, but yes, I also believe that there's an Inner Earth as well, and there's a dome over us. It's weird, there's different layers. That's what I feel like. And don't say how. Man, there is no limits to what God can create, in my opinion. That's how I was raised.
These ain't just my nigga, also do not call them lost either. These antennas on my head, the real name for them is ether. This connects you to the cosmos, give you that divine connection. That's why we the best creators. Just tap in and get your blessings. So don't cut them and don't kill them with a perm. Please don't fucking do. Stop covering it with weave. You need to just learn how to fucking use your hair, help you navigate to your manifestation. And if you coil them, you gon' get there real fast. It ain't no fake, but they also hold energy. Stop letting people people talk, cause if their energy is trash and you don't cleanse, you might just have to cut them. This is a gift from God, my nigga, this your fucking power. Stop always cleaning off the natural oils when you get in the shower. That's why they got y'all wearing weave. Without this ether, y'all can't see. That's why when you look at your reality, you not where you wanna be. So growing, please embrace it, maximize your manifestation, and don't give a fuck about who don't like you. Soon they finna be hating.
So the funny thing is, like, okay, so out here in Sac, man, we call, okay, like what I got, he said they call ethers. Yes, that is the exact term. But out here in a general term we use is your dreads, your locks. We don't even say locks out here. It's dreads. But on a higher level, yes, I understand. They're called ethers. I don't know if y'all know this, but before this is my third time growing dreads. I told y'all this is how we refer to them. Ethers. Not even ethers. My dreads. My third time growing my ethers. Pretty much, yeah, the first time I grew them, they was cool. This is how I had them for like 2 years. Wasn't that long, wasn't that healthy. Chop them. Go through something. I grew them again. But the second time, I grew the 9th ether. If y'all don't know what that is, it's the same hairstyle Jay-Z had at one point. It's the same hairstyle J. Cole be rocking. And yeah, well, he used to rock before he actually turned them into, you know, they got longer. I had that. I went ahead, locked it up, chopped them. I had to get rid of them. Last year I chopped them. Grew them top of this year, January. Growing back, now y'all see what y'all see. We ain't had them a year yet. But the journey is something different. Like, if you know, you know. It feels good. But when you cut them sometimes, for me, I feel like I was vibrating real low. But then, like, the universe kept sending me people to come solidify me. Let me know that, you know, give me some type of security. Let me know I look better. You know, I was feeling real down. It was pushing me back up. Random people. But when I get them and they locked up, man, they just feel some type of way. They do something different to you. That's all I'm gonna say. If you got them, man, shout out to you. Drop how long you've had how long you've been, you know, how long you had your ethers, man. How long you had them, how's the experience for you? And if you ever cut them, how that felt for you? This for my people who got dreadlocks, locks, 9th ethers, however you refer to them, man, drop in the comments how long you had them. But we made it to the end of this, and I appreciate y'all if y'all stuck all the way through. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, because you know we always dropping about 4 videos a week, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. And until I see y'all in the next one, man, we gone.